Now we're good. How are you doing, Wes? Good to see you. I'm doing well. Okay, so we're going to do healers first on my tier ranking. This is how I feel. I'm going to do like an overall PvE list, including Raid and Mythic Plus. I know that's hard to do because you can't, like, there's such different builds and different vibes for like utility and stuff. But I want people to rank, like, whenever I hear what is going to be BIS, there's like, sometimes in healing specifically, there's like BIS in keys and there's BIS in raids. And they're pretty close, but one always wins because of Mythic Plus, normally from like the utility, the kicks, what they can bring to the group, buffs, yada, 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 yada. So we're going to rank healers first. And it's going to be cute. It's going to be stunning. It's going to be fetching, some might say. So let's start. Okay, what's the first healer if I go across? First healer. Disc. Wait. That's too harsh. You know what? I'm not going to put Disc at the bottom. I'm going to put Disc because in a raid, I still think a Disc Priest is super strong with their utility. I'm going to give Disc a B spot. I'm going to say it's B because I feel like Barrier is still a really good cooldown. They bring you PI, which is like so good for raiding and for keys to buff your team. Fortitude is kind of whatever, but I do like Disc because of what they can bring for shielding and DR specifically. So I'm going to say a Disc Priest is going to be in the mid. They're going to be a mid healer. Okay, yep. Holly! Yep, S tier. Absolutely S tier. We're not S tier. I'm ranking Holy at the bottom. Now, you're mentally balancing raid and plus, so sucks Mythic Plus, for example, is great in raid single target. No, well, so like yes and no, because like single target is great, but I also want to like the utility, the buffs, like all the other stuff will factor in as well. I'm going to be playing Holy Priest, but I think Holy Priest is going to be the worst starting. Now, the reason I'm thinking Holy is going to be at the bottom is some of the similar reasons for Disc. So Holy doesn't have an interrupt. Disc doesn't have an interrupt. Priest cannot dispel poisons. Disc cannot dispel poisons. Those are two really big things that I wish we were getting looked at. I think Holy can pump HPS out, but there's a lot of mechanics in WoW now that it's not just about the amount of healing you can pump out, it's what you can do for your team. I also think that all the healers will be able to... I think all the healers will be able to clear the content. Like, say, tens or portals in Mythic Plus, every healer will be able to do that. Every healer will be able to do the portals. I think in terms of, like, pushing and what you're going to see at, like, tops and bottoms, or, like, the most played, it's not going to be these. I think Holy will do okay in Raid, and, like, in Raid, they'll probably be up here somewhere, because they do bring Symbol, and Symbol's really cute. But I think overall, Holy needs a little bit of... No, I'll say they're C. I don't think they're going to be that far. I'll say they're C. I don't think there is a D healer. I think that the healing is still pretty close. There's just... Healers are lacking utility, and that's something that Blizzard needs to look at. They need some TL. They do need some TLC. Can we fight with a Disc Priest? No, bitch. This is my tier list. Disc needs major damage buffs. I also agree. Like, it's weird to, like... I think it's hard to balance a healer, though, based on the damage they do and the healing they're running as well. So I'm going to put them both there. Yeah. That's we're gonna start with Priest. Okay, next is Holy Pally. I think Holy Priest is gonna be an A healer. I think the rework for Holy has been really good. I think their raid cooldown is really good. They've got DR, they got HPS, they've got so much utility as they always do. Yeah, Mistweavers are pumping. Yeah, did I not say Holy Pally? I meant Holy Pally. I think Holy Pally will be like at the, not the best, but they're going to be fine. I think Holy Pally will be near the top for what they're bringing. Holy Pally's always been fairly strong, I think, except for the last season of Dragonflight. And jumping back to Disc, I think for season 2, we're going to see Disc up here. But I think to start for the first season, they're going to be in the middle. They might even be down here with Holy, but I think their DR makes them more valuable than a Holy Priest. But I think Holy Pally will be fine. Mistweaver, they're going to be S. They're strong. They're strong. They're fucking strong. They've got a lot of mobility. They can heal their tits off. They get an interrupt. Maybe not top, actually. They're going to be A. I'm dropping them down. The reason I dropped them down, because they don't, like, they buff when they hit something, but they don't do like a party, like a fortitude buff. They don't bring a hero. They don't bring a battle res. So that's why I'm going to drop them down to A. But I think, like, the numbers they're putting out are higher than Pally, like, for healing terms. So I think Monk will be higher. I think the utility you get as a Monk with, like, your, does that ring a piece, right? The big circle thing is really good. Paralysis works really strong on things. They can get people out of roots easily. I think they're going to be sitting pretty, and as they are what they deserve to be. Like, Monk has been bottom barrel for expansions, so I'm not mad if Monks get out like a few tiers to be like, you know, at the top. Fuck you, dragons. Yep. Fuck you, dragons. Did I mention fuck you, dragons? I think dragons are going to be a top. They're going to have a top era. Fuck them little bitches. Yeah, I think dragons are going to be a super top contender. Fuck them. They're new and they were super strong through Dragonflight when they came out, and they're still being really strong. They have so much. Their toolkit is huge. I wish they didn't have rescue as a spell. Not that that would fix a lot of things, but like their toolkit is fucking massive. But I think they're going to be a top contender. Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman is looking so good. I'm going to say Resto Shaman's going to be a top healer. I think... So, Resto being able to buff everybody with Mastery, Wind Fury, whatever the fuck it is, and their Interrupt, and the Totems, and the Hero. Like, Shamans are the total package. They're the it girl. The only thing I think Shamans could use is a tank cooldown. But if they had, like, they're already super strong, so giving them a tank cooldown would give Shaman literally everything. So they don't really need buffs. But Shaman also, similar to Monk, has been really far behind, I think, in terms of, like, Mythic Plus. But I think they're going to do really strong in the War Within. Urshield actually does so much with the tank change. Does it really, Daniel? Oh my god. I almost called you Dorzen. It's still, yeah, I mean, it's something. I would love to see Guardian reworked for Holy Priest for a tank cooldown, because I just think it's not great. So we have one healer left, and it's Resto Druid. And I think Resto Druid is going to be... ass. No, I said there's no D healers. I think they'll be C with Holy. I don't think there is a D healer. Again, I said earlier, I feel like healing in general, the healers are close, but just the utility that other healers can bring into your raids and your dungeons makes the top 4 outperform the bottom 3. That's my thought. And I don't know what the fix is. And yeah, Resto Druid of all, like, fine and honestly, Resto Druid has been the top for years. I'm okay with them not being the meta pick, the instant pick right away. But I would love to see, like, I think if you gave Priest Interrupt, Holy would be a B for sure. But without having that interrupt, and Disc might even move up to A. Like, I think Disc will move up when they get gear, but I think to start, they're in trouble. But they need a kick, man. Since Legion, Resident has been the top for Mythic Plus, it's insane. There was one tier in... It might have been BFA. Where Resto Druid they didn't start strong. They had to get reworked. It might be BFA, but I can't remember which season it was. But there was one where they were like not doing so hot. But yeah, Resto Druid's always been a top. And I think we'll see change. I think this will be for like season 1. But I'm going to assume with season 2, we're going to see some flipping. And I think the dragon will get knocked down to B again. But I think if you play these, you'll be able to do all the content in terms of keys. And if you're raiding, I think these are in trouble. But like Druid for raiding is so good because of the battle res, the mobility, and the hots. So they'll be better in raid. But that's why they're kind of down here with Holy because their DRs suck. And for raiding, I might even drop Monk down to B. But like they're close. That's my prediction for healers for the War Within to start. Druids have verse, best DR in the game. We love a verse queen. How are you doing, Axe? Good to see you. Okay, so let's do the damage just-see now. Ooh. Y'all want to see some damage? You want to see where them damage girls are going to go? Or you want to do tanks next? Okay, I can get behind this. Yeah, I don't think any healer is getting blown out of the water. Like, I would have argued before that... like previously, like going into Dragonflight, Monk was they were the sister that the world forgot. But I think monks are sitting really pretty going into DF. I would bring a Resto Druid to B. You think they're that high as Disc? Mark of the Wild do be nice. It does. Mark of the Wild is very nice, but there's other, like, you could bring 3 other Druid specs to give you that buff. Damage, please, and Hunter first. Put me in my misery. I feel like tanks are less, though, so I might do tanks first. Damage, tanks. Oh, my God. I do kind of agree with the Monk theme, because I don't think Monk is even compared to Holy Pally, but that's just me, I fear. Disagree with the Monk. I just think Monks are going to be real, like, I think Monks are being slept on right now. Because I feel like the problem with Monk is that they're either really strong, and it's the same as like Windwalk and Brewmaster, I feel. They're either really strong, or you need to be really good to be like pumping on it. I think that's just the problem with Monk. I think it's got a bigger learning curve, and we love a good curve. Okay, so tanks we're starting out with. First tank, Blood DK. I don't know if we ever want to see a Blood DK. I think a Blood DK is going to be A. I don't think Blood DK is going to be the best. I think Blood DK is going to be good. And I feel like, not I hate you, I just think Monk will be outshined by Resto, Shaman, Dragon, even Holy Pally, and Monk doesn't provide enough utility to make sense in keys. So yeah, and nothing is going to compare to Shaman and Dragon to start. And I think Holy Pally is going to be not as good until they get geared. Then I think Holy Pally will be like a high B, low S. But I do think Holy Pally needs to get the gear for it to be more optimal. Sorry. So the reason I put DK like near the bottom is because DKs take such a pounding, girl, but they can heal themselves so good. And I feel like Death Grip is super fucking strong and like Slappy Hands to like move adds to you. Tank balance is the best it's been for a while, and we're within. Pally and Brew are like the only ones not sharing the top spot, and by a lot. Well, we're on the same page. I'm just being stupidly specific. We love specific. A tier before gear, S tier after gear. Ooh, that's definitely, that's true. This is just my initial thoughts. I'm going to keep, I don't think Blood DK is going to be the best. I think they're going to get outshined. I think, and this might be wild, what's my next tank? I don't want to jump ahead of myself. Okay, I can't. I'll leave this here. I think they're going to be a good tank. They're going to be a good tank. You're not going to be like, not a Blood DK. Brewmaster. This hurts my soul with every fiber of my being. Because I hate Brewmasters. But I feel like Brewmaster is going to be one of the best tanks. I think it's going to be a higher skill cap to be a really good Brewmaster. To preface that. But I think they're going to be a top contender. So I don't like Brewmaster because I don't understand Stagger. My brain just doesn't like get it. And I never know when they actually need me. Same, Gulpy. Same. That Stagger falls off and they just flop like fish out of water. That's also kind of like DK though. Like when DK don't have their fucking like rune shit, they're also kind of getting like a flapping dick, you know? All over. But I'm going to anticipate Brewmaster's going to get a time to shine. I also don't feel like we've seen a lot of really good Brewmasters like shining at the top in a while. So I feel like that's good for them. So I'm going to predict Brewmaster. They're going to be really strong. Nobody understands Staggers. That shit's wild. That's a Brew problem. They're trying to play like Blood Decay and they flop over. I think it'd be better if the Stagger played in yellow more, but it's either green or straight to red. Well, I've never played Brewmaster, so I have no idea. But I think that like Brewmasters have a lot of utility as well. And they're kind of slept on. But I think you have to be a really good player to play Brewmaster at a high level. Like Equinox Monk is a god tier Brewmaster. God tier Brewmaster. And like they like crush keys. And I think they are going to do very, very well. Stagger shows on their party. It does. Yes, it does. Blood Decay is going to be S if they have a dragon because that combo has always been super strong. To be fair, in the Warth and Beta right now, Brew's health looks like Blood Decay and keys, but they don't have the power of DK. Oh, really? Well, it's coming. That's my prediction. Next up, Bear. I think Bear tanks are going to be cute. I think they're going to be fine, especially in the beginning because Bear tanks they're also really good at taking a pounding. What you call me? Well, I think Bear Tank will be fine. Their hero talents also look really strong. So I think you'll be fine with a Bear Tank in all your content. And in a raid setting, just because I'm also not just doing this just off of keys. So remember that. This is my overall PvE like thought. Also why I have Brew higher. Brew is really good for like placement and for keeping ads up and locking ads away. Like, I like Brew because they can do a lot for movement in raids. I love healing Bear Tanks Mythic Plus. My beloved. Yeah, bears are super cute. Bear brings the perfect dispel profile and the B-Res. It's Googe and Mark of the Wild. Bear is good. But I don't think Bear is the best. I feel like Bears could still use a little bit more, and I might get like booed for this, but they could use a little bit more utility. Like I would love to see a couple more spells added for like ad control management. Specifically. Not so like I think they're like when they're taking a boss, they're great. But I think when it comes to like ad management and like CCing them, I'd like to see something else pop a little bit. I think who? Vava is going Bear. Oh, you're Guild Tank. Party. Okay. Bear lacks utility compared to Vengeance and Blood Decay. Girl, I want another stop as a Blood Decay too. Well, like you have a stop every what? What's Death Grip? 45 seconds? So you're like every 45 you got to stop. Right? Oh, okay. That's super exciting then, Mickey. Okay, this one Vengeance or is this one the DPS dragon? Which is this? But it's on my mouse. This is Vengeance, right? Oh. Okay, we'll come back to her then. So Prop Warriors next, bitch! I think Prod is going to shine really strong. I think Prop Warrior is going to be very strong. And I think there are going to be a lot of tanks switch to Warrior in the mid of the first season. Is Beerus even a factor anymore? It's a new consumable that can be used by anyone. Is it? I'm just going to say yes. What? High A tier, low S tier. The tank one is next to Windwalk and Unholy. Okay, thank you. Prot is looking good. I'm happy I decided to be one now. Yep. Does anyone play? Daniel plays Prot. Axe plays Prot. I think Prot would be super, super strong. And I'm happy about that because I also think Warrior gets like one tier, normally an expansion, to be decent. So I hope Prot Warriors get to fucking shine and have that moment. Let that shield have a little sparkle in their life, girls. Warrior was really, really good last season of BFA. I love that season with all the little... Yeah, true. In my defense, Axe, I have a Warrior and I have a Blood Decay to pick from for my guild. Okay, so next is Prop Pally. Prop Pally is going to be a big C. The reason I didn't give Prop Paladin a D is because they still bring a lot of utility with bops and freedoms and sacks. That's why I don't like playing Prop Pally, because they have so much group utility. But I think they deserve a little bit of love. And I'm not sure how to do that. Because I think Prop Pally has really shined in terms of their survivability before because of how much healing they could do. And with the healing nerf, I don't think Prop Pally is going to look as attractive now. Prop Pally right now is struggling in defense power. I'd give Prop Pally B. They have something the other tanks don't that could be essential in raid. What's that, Axe? Prop Pally is just some tuning away from being good for sure. Yeah, that's why they're not a D. I just think Pally needs to be like tweaked a little bit with some of the changes. Motherfucker goes, wog, 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 little Waluigi, little bitch. Spell warding, that's... Wait, can only Prop Pallies be spell warding? Can Rat and Holy not spec into that? No, well, then maybe that will make them move up higher. But I think spell warding is very situational, is it not? Like, I feel like it depends on the boss fight you're doing. Prada's the only one with spell warding. Oh, I'm gonna put them as C because I think they deserve some love. I think they need a little bit of love. I'm gonna be honest, no one is gonna run a Prop Pally in raid. Some folks though, like when you're a diehard committed to your class, like me on Holy Priest, most of the time, I think you'll make it work. I think you'll make it work. So what am I missing? Am I just missing Demon Hunter? Is it the last one? Right? Just this is the last one is Demon Hunter? 6, yeah. Hey, they will have Mythic Mech Cheese by... Oh, true. Hi, Kate. I'm good. How are you doing? All right, so I think Vengeance Demon Hunter is going to be a solid... Get out. You know? Sorry, Demon Hunters. Actually, I'm not sorry. Because you know what? Demon Hunters have shined so much. They were like the flavor of the fucking month where you could roll across your keyboard. But like, they would jump in and just die all the fucking time. So I'm saying Vengeance Demon Hunter is going to be the least played tank. I'm manifesting it. No, wait, what? That's cap. I disagree. They are not what most people will play. They are, well... Vengeance is looking so good according to beta stats. At least, y'all have been the shit since Shell. Get fucked, gag. If Havoc is shit, they will play Vengeance for the buff. Havoc's been crying about their rotation. I mean, they have been. But, like, if you're going to pick a Demon Hunter, would you not pick a Demon? Like, if you're in a raid and you only get 2 tanks. If your option... Wait, I was gifted a 990-minute message as an early B-Day gift, and it was amazing. 90 minutes. Wait, is today your birthday, Kate? Is it today? And who's the message from? So I think they're going to be down there because I think they're going to be hard to heal. It's the 26th. Right, like it's coming up. Ooh, that's so exciting. I love that for you. Oh, massage. Okay, I don't read. We were talking about overall. It's 18. I don't think so. In a raid setting, I don't think you'll see them. I think they're going to be obsolete in a raid setting. So when you're looking at your key rotation next, I don't think, like, yes, they can stun and they can jump and they are really good at kiting. But if you don't want to kite, I would rather bring a monk over a Vengeance Demon Hunter for what they can bring. So I think that they're the worst tank right now. I don't think they're going to be in demand at all. CelHeals, looks good, but please swap the Blood Brewmaster and the prop. I can't. Prop Pally needs help. So I think kiting will be big again for tanks that either don't have a lot of damage in their group or their healer is weak, because tank self-healing isn't going to be as strong as it was. I think it's depending on your group comp you're running in keys, but I think a lot of tanks to start are going to have no choice but to kite. What a nerd. Literally Chewy. I know, Gulpy's a massive fucking nerd. For a fact, Vengeance is looking so strong with Mythic Plus. Like, they are one of the most ran tank from Plo Play. That's because of their speed. But I don't think they're going to stay. I think they're going to stay at the bottom. Hi, May. How are you? I think they will be the least played, maybe with Prop Pally, but Vengeance is not bad. I'm putting them on the bottom. Let me manifest Demon Hunters being on the fucking bottom. Oop, tierlet. Yes, Drowsy. We did the healing one already. I'm going to do damage next. This is my prediction for overall between rating and Mythic Plus. What I think the best specs are going to be. And chat's going wild that I'm manifesting Vengeance to be on the bottom. Girl, I ain't kiting. I need my death strike. Well, I personally would put the Prop Pally up to B and Guardian Drew to C. Demon Hunter is the right place. So I like that you agree with the Demon Hunter, but Prop Pally needs a bit of love. I like Pallies, but I think just on like the healing they're bringing out, they need a little bit of love. Patiently waiting for you to get to survival. That's next. We're going damage next. See, you don't need to kite as Pally if you strong as fuck defensively. Defensive's gone, stripped, naked. Hi, I'm in the shower, but please be respectful to Arcane. Ooh, Apollo in the shower. My DMs are open. I found out the main dev who redesigned Demon Hunter also did Rogue, and guess what? Rogue and Demon Hunter are in bad shape. Ooh. No, and the Mother Pigs. Prop Pally is great. If every pull dies in 8 seconds, well, we love that. Damage, step your pussies up, girls. All right. Move this bitch up there for a second. Tanks are done. Y'all ready for the damage tier list? Wait, let me see just for same Drowsy, same. Yep. Arcane is the best. Well, I'm not. Okay, wait. Okay, we're starting. Starting with Affliction Warlock. I'll give him a B. I'm gonna just tell y'all, I don't know a lot about Affliction. I ain't never played Affliction a day in my fucking 16 years playing WoW. But I'm gonna put them B because I feel like they're not as strong as the other Warlock specs. Maybe in Raid they're higher, but I don't think they're gonna be better than Destro or Demonology to start. Right on, Cell. B is a good call for Affliction. Yes. They're actually doing better after some of the change. Really? This is just a Mean Girls chart. Well, what is Cell? Well, you want some crazy? Okay, we're doing WoW's Burn Book, and I'm living. Arcane Mage. S tier. I'm sorry, Affliction is gross. Destro is kind of poo, depending on the. Oh, is it really? So I heard Destro has a really good build-up time with the hero talents. Slay. I think Arcane is going to be really, really good. Like, they're going to be blasting. I think that main spec is doing really well. And I'm going to pause that. Okay, we've got arms next. I'm going to put it in B tier. I don't think... Wait, I would have this mixed up. What's the other spec called? No, I've got it wrong. It's backwards. The other one's B. I got it backwards. I got it backwards. I've got it backwards. I got it backwards. Because this is arms, right? This one's arms and this one's Fury? Fear. Yeah, I think arms will be A then. Oh, really? You think Fury's better? Okay, well, I'll put them both here. They can be besties. I think they're going to be cute. I think warriors are going to eat good in the War Within. They're going to come up to the shop and they're going to say, that's my purse. They'll be very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. Yep. They got more survivability. Yeah, Prot Warrior meta according to Cell. Best tier list ever. Prot and DP. Listen, it deserves it. Demure. Not the Moor, bitch. As long as Boomkin is... Not the Boomkin being fucking D. Girl, you ain't demure. You are demonic. Ah! Well. Okay, this is a rogue spec, right? This one is rogue? This assassination? I'm putting rogue at the bottom because they've got ass in their name. You know? Like, if you're looking at the classes and you've got ass in your name, C. Oh, you're a rogue? Ooh, she's ass girl. You know, like the little, ooh, the hair tucked behind the ear and you look the other way, bitch. Yep, that's what's up. Moonkin! I think Moonkin will be C. But the reason I'm putting Moonkin at C instead of D is because of trees. I'm putting Moonkin at C because of trees. Maybe Drowsy. I can't see Moonkin staying bottom the whole time either. So I think they're going to be C because I feel like Moonkin bring decent utility. The kick sucks though. That's what I'm going to put. BM! I'm going to put BM as C tier because Beth is here. And I'm putting it at C because I'm respecting Beth's presence and I don't want Beth to cry. So Beth, I'm giving you a C. I'm giving you a C. This is BM Hunters, you're welcome. This list is created because Beth is here and Beth only plays BM. I've got you, Beth. I've got your best interests in mind. You and me can be the hunter and the moon chicken in the sea. Yep. Demo's gonna go A tier. I love me. Well, they used to be a big purple people eater. But I think Demo's just cute. I think Demo will be really fine. I think they're gonna be pumping. Is there an E tier? I'm screaming. Congrats, you're average. Listen, a lot of men are under average. I'm just saying. I've done the leg work and on the back. I've done a lot of work on my back with the legs in the air. I know. What is T? Thank you very much for the reminder. Well, they're still Demo's cute. I think you're just cute. Well, thank you so much. There are still players who taught me this regardless. This is for average. Yeah, exactly, Rivka. Exactly. And again, I've said this before as well. I think every spec currently will be able to do like the 10 portal dungeon stuff. I'm looking from like a raid and like mechanics and what people can bring in terms of buffs, utility, kicks, like overall PvE. So don't just be sitting staring at what you've seen in the keys on the beta, because there's more to PvE than just keys. And I do think it's wild, because as I'm making my choices, I'm like, I think my list is, there are people losing their shit in my chat when I'm putting on. So like, if you think there are specs that should be higher or lower, take some reflection on yourself and be like, oh my God, am I falling? Are you being a Britney? Are you saying I'm a slave to the meta? You know, you doing a Britney Spears moment? There you go. There you go. I think so crazy. You're the only person who said that Affliction is better than than Demo so far. So like, maybe take a little look-see. Because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like, you're the only one. So if you're standing out by yourself, are you that one who's like, Jack, it feels like I'm flying? Or are you the bitch who's like on the fucking raft of the Titanic being like, Jack, there's no room for you on here, bitch. Get off. Get into the water. Like, which girl are you? Are you the bitch pushing them in the water or the bitch standing, getting her titties blown in the wind? That's what I want to know. Oh my God. Hi, Vega. How are you? Your chat is fuming. I think every spec is to be able to go up to at least 13 or 14 keys if you're a good player. There you go. Living for the Britney Spears meta. Affliction is keeping them in damage for sure, but I'm not sure how meta they will be. I'm waiting for my moment to play as the Night Elf Mohawk. The Night Elf Mohawk? For what? As what class? Affliction has such a higher learning curve that even if it is the best spec in the game, it's still hard to perform well. Fair. I didn't even think about, like, I don't know how to play a lot of these specs because I don't play a lot of damage specs. So like there could be, like, I know the healing shit better than I think I knew like damage. I'm just kind of winging this. Destro, I also think, so y'all saying Destro's poop? We'll put it at C then, because I thought Destro was doing okay, but y'all are telling me it's looking real bad. Very not hard. Well, sorry, Destro Warlock. Hottie Chicken, I'm sorry. This is for you, Hottie Chicken. In a moment like this, we'll be best friends forever. I'm not shitting on your spec. No, I'm not doing it. You're beautiful to me. I'm sorry, Hottie Chicken. You're beautiful to me. Screaming. I don't think Boomkin is going to be D. I really don't. I think there's a lot of value that Moon can have. Not your ears are bleeding. Okay, Demon Hunter. I'm gonna view B. I know there's a lot of complaining about Demon Hunter and their rotation because you've got to press like 7 buttons at the same time. But I still think the damage output that Demon Hunters are doing is really good. Even if you're not doing as well as like an Arcane Mage or like the S tiers, they're still performing better than Moonkins, BM Hunters, Destrolocks. Like their damage profile is not terrible. They're just not doing the absolute top damage in your key currently. But I think they'll be fine. Like they're just not. And I think that's also fine because Demon Hunter has been at the top since they fucking been released. Like, I would be pissed if we're in, after Legion, we're going to another expansion with another Demon Hunter meta across the board. Vengeance Demon Hunter is going to be meta for high tier Mythic Plus screenshot and ship it if you're, ooh. Demon Hunter is hard class now, which is wild because it's so, well. Demon Hunter is a bunch of hyperactive, highly caffeinated players who still can't, who can't be still. Seen him at the half. Nah, bro. Max said this is S tier. You create. Well, I'm ready for Prot Warrior meta. I feel like that. Honestly, that's what I was saying too. I'm not mad that Prot Warrior is getting a moment to shine. Can anyone confirm if I can still get the Awakened mount after reset? Ooh, I'm not sure, but I feel like you can't. I think all the season stuff is done, but I don't think so. I'm not positive. I'm like 80% sure you won't be able to. Sorry, that's just my guess. Next is, this is Devastation. As their A tier, I think the dragons are gonna be fine. They attacked Cell for his opinion and 10-man mythic rating, and then months later they changed up. So maybe Cell's a trap. Months? You mean years later? Can you only play on the 22nd if you got the deluxe version? Yeah, so the 22nd just has the, I think, normal dungeons and like leveling on Thursday. Otherwise, on the Monday, that's when I think heroic dungeons open. I think it was years, yeah. So I'm gonna say the dragon is gonna be higher up because the dragon is, they're strong. They got a lot of utility. They're blasting, especially if you got a priest in your group to give them a little love. I think they're gonna be blasting. I feel like Dev being A is kinder than reality. You think so? I think Dev is gonna be really good. Like, I think they're gonna be really good, and like I kind of think this too because they are like they are a really strong spec through Dragonflight. I don't think they're gonna gut the dragons, like the healing dragons are going into S tier. I think this is going up high as well. They're always outshined by Og. I think they're gonna be on par with Og personally. Like, as an average player, maybe I'm a little bit above average. Because I was, you know, I'll say a little bit above average. I'm 3.1k in keys. In a raid, I think you only have 1 or 2 Ogs anyways. But in keys, I think I did better in keys running 3 DPS versus 2 DPS and an Og. Like if your DPS are like a low to mid range, the higher you go, I don't think it is much value out of the Og if they're not playing at the top percent of their bracket. I think if you're playing with 2 players that are really like high and like pumping normally, then Og will win. But I think for your like mid players where a lot of us fit into, I think they're fine. I'd say B tier, but a really, really good dev can be A tier easily, just more rare to find. That's true. If something is better than dev, Og be better than dev. I was about to say technically you're far above average. Well, girl, you're top 100 priestess. Shut up. The average in WoW is very low. Well. Okay, Ellie Shaman. So Ellie Shaman just got a pretty big nerf hammer. And I'm actually conflicted between B and C for them. I don't think Ellie Shaman is that high. Oh my god, your favorite. Hi, gorgeous. I'll put them at B. I'll put them at B. Because I feel like you can still be a good Ellie Shaman and do well. But that nerf they got, was that 2 weeks ago now or last week, was pretty substantial. Sometimes the difference is just effort. That is facts, Rivka. Absolutely. I'm watching. You're not even playing Ellie Shaman. You're playing a monk, bitch. Axe says A. Crazy says B. Luna says B. Goblin goes
For
C,
some
B.
reason, you're always obsessed with me. I don't know why. I like it.
Your favorite. Thank you so much for your 37-month subscription. How are you doing, gorgeous? How has your life been? I hope you're doing well. Are you going to play the War Within at all? Elemental is holding good as far as I can tell. I thought they undid the nerf. I think they didn't revert the entire. I think they just changed the percentage to it. Ellie is B. Ellie B is 100% fair. I've seen good Ellies too. I think Ellie is a pretty like chill spec to play in general too. They have good utility with totems and interrupts and damage. I wouldn't be mad seeing an Ellie Shaman in my key group or my raid team. I'll be playing Ellie. I'm excited to be back on my oh really? You switched? Okay, party. The nerf was only for Farseer. Oh, okay. I got very busy this summer and school starts in 2 days, so I'm not sure when, if I'll have time to get back into it anytime soon, but I'm definitely going to try to find, well, I hope you get a chance to play. I'm super excited, and I'm excited that you get to have your school session back. I'll still have my monk. I mean, you'll probably level everything because you're that type of girl, and I support that. Enhance. I'm going to get yelled at. So I've put enhance at the bottom for 2 reasons. 2 reasons I'm doing this. And hear me out. 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 I think enhance are getting dealt a really shitty hand. And I would love to see Blizzard turn enhance into a tank spec. So here's my reason. So enhance always kind of held their own, I want to say, in terms of content. Like in a raid, you wanted one because you wanted Wind Fury. Dungeons Wind Fury was really good. But the dungeon pool moving in for the War Within is not melee friendly. So I feel like you'll take an Ellie Shaman or a Resto Shaman instead of Enhanced Shaman for the buff. There's not really they don't really bring anything now. And the kicks are fast on all the specs. So, like, why would you bring one over the other specs? And in raid, it's one less melee. No, the dungeons are not melee friendly. They are not melee friendly. I'm narrowing down my main classes specs finally. So far, I'm leaning Arcana, Frost Mage, Shaman, Enhancement, Frost Decay, and maybe Pally for my last. Not sure. That's fair. Girls, if you don't think the meta is going to be Unholy Decay, Aug, and Arcane Mage, we're living in a different world. Golfy, I'm not even there yet. I agree because they have so little survivability. Excuse me? They made some decent changes to their talent tree. They have, but like, why would you look at, if you have if you're in a group, you're a DPS. If you're a DPS and you're forming a group for keys, just think for keys for a minute. And you see a Resto Shaman, an Ellie Shaman, and an Enhanced Shaman, what would be your reason to bring in the Enhanced Shaman over the other two specs? I would agree that you only bring one Shaman, but I do think Ellie and Enhanced are the same power. I don't know. I think because it's so range favored, this expansion, I don't think Enhanced is that hot. But you'll take them because they're your friend. Exactly, Rivka, exactly. I'm not going to ever tell somebody no. But I'm just, if you're in a pug world and you don't know anybody and you're forming your group, like, that's how I'm looking at this. And in a raid, I don't know the point. I don't know. Yeah, the Shaman kicks the same across the board. I'm ready to rank 1 World Ellie again. I'm going to channel my inner Legion and make everyone who says Ellie's bad eat their words. I didn't say Ellie was bad. I said they're mid. I'm washed now. So we'll in fact tell people no if she's trying to push. Don't let her lie. If I'm pushing, yeah, I will say who I want to bring. I will, though, if I know the person, I don't care what they're playing. If I know they're a good player, I'll bring them. Like, I'm going to throw Kate under the bus for a second. Kate and I have run keys every expansion, and she's a survival hunter. And survival, they've had a few moments where they were like, ooh, girl. They've had a lot of moments where you're like, ooh, girl. But we've still done it all, and I've been a holy priest to push. So, like, meta doesn't mean anything to me. Kate's a demon. True. Survival's looking, yeah, I'm not there yet. I know. Feral. I'm going to say Feral is looking cutesy, and I'm torn between A and B. I don't think Feral will be S tier, but I think a high playing Feral will be A, and a mid will be B. But I think if you, like, know Feral really well, I would say you'll go up to A. I think they're outperforming Moon Chicken, which is wild because Feral never does that. So she's getting angry at me, so I'm going to shut up till she gets there. So I'm torn. I'll say B. I just think in terms of utility, they're whatever, but I think their damage and their survivability is really nice on Feral. And I think Feral's also going to blast in PvP. Not this is a PvP chart, but like I think they're going to be blasting in PvP. So that's where I'm going to put Feral. Fire Mage is clearly a D. Hi, Lotus. Welcome in, y'all. It is Lotus's first time in chat. Can we welcome them in, please? Welcome in. I'm a chicken. I will not be a D tier. I'll just take D crazy. I think Fire's in a really rough spot right now. They need a little love. I think they need a little love. So I'm putting them at a D spec. Yep. Sorry, Fire. I think Frost will be a solid A. I think Frost is looking really cute, really mindful, really demure. Yep. Fire's getting buffed for sure, but their prio is always a good strength. Their what? Oh, they're yeah. Frost apparently S plus for PvP also. Frost is always like decent in PvP, yeah. Frost Mage is always high, I feel. So I don't think Frost got a lot of rework done At the end of Shenlong. In the beginning of Shenlong's, Frost was terrible. Fire damage was great. Prio damage. Oh, now I got you. Why chicken C? Is that bad? Chicken is B. Oh, no, C. Yeah, chicken. Sorry, you're right. Chicken is C. Chicken's not doing great. A lot of charts are putting chickens at D, but I say fuck you because we get trees. And I play a chicken, so I'm giving her a C. Just to look cute. A little cutesy. They're struggling at the moment. Frost is looking alright, but if you're not playing Arcane, you're just kind of... I think in general, Arcane is just really shining strong. I love me some chicken. I think Frost DK is an A or a B, but I'm going to give Frost an A. Because I feel like Frost DK hasn't been given a lot of love, but right now they're doing really well. So I'm going to keep Frost fairly high. They are strong. I think Frost is strong, but I think if Blizzard nerfs them, and I think they're going to get a nerf, I think they're going to fall out. I think Frost DK is going to fall out of... I think they're going to get nerfed. That's why I'm going to start them at an A, because I just feel they're going to get they're going to get hit. Like, Lux will be so sad, but I just feel like Frost is doing very, very, very fucking well, and if they don't get a nerf, I would be shocked. Here's hoping they don't. It's like my top pick. A isn't bad though, like y'all, A's not bad. A is still super fucking good. If Frost doesn't get nerfed, they'll be S. Okay, we'll put them at S because there's not a nerf yet, but I do think Frost is gonna get nerfed. Clip it. I think it's gonna happen. Y'all know Blizzard doesn't like fun, you know, like that seems on brand for Blizzard to do a bit of a nerf. I'm not even there yet. Okay, next is Marks. Frost on par with the rest of the damage after the nerfs they already got. If they don't get another one, they are the top. Yeah, I think they're going to get one, though. I think Marks is probably going to be a B or an A. I'm going to say B. I don't think Marks is doing as well as Survival in terms of damage. But I think that they're going to be, like, they'll be fine. They're going to be in the middle. I'm not going to turn the Marks away if I see one. I think they're fine. They're just going to be, like, in the middle. Put you on the iPad, and I will help me fall asleep by listening. Oh, I mean it very positive. No, listen, I love that. Thank you so much. That's fair. Yep, here comes Survival. Yep, Kate, it's your time. Survival's not here yet. Now we've got this one. What spec is this one, though? That's a rogue spec. What's that? Subtlety? No. Outlaw. Where does Outlaw go? I'll give it a C. I don't know what Outlaw does. I'm gonna... Combat. Okay, well. Oh, it's Bat. I don't know what it does. It's at the bottom then. I don't play Rogue. I don't. Overall, you think a C? It can stay D rank. You know what? It and enhanced shamans can hold hands. Red Pally! Yes, Red Pally. Big ult. No, just kidding. In terms of, like, not just damage output, but the utility that a Ret Paladin can bring, I'm going to throw them in a B. I think they'll be mid. I don't think they're going to be terrible, but I don't think they're also going to be, like, a Giga Chad damage. I think they're going to be mid. Yep. In terms of easiness, Red is an S. Well, I'll be right back, but Unholy is S. Don't take... Oh, my God. Shadow and Winnock, last ST. Listen, I think Shadow is going to be A. I don't think Shadow is going to be S to start. I think Shadow is going to be an A. The reason... Like, I think Shadow will do better in terms of keys. Like, always, it's a dot class. It'll do better the higher you go. But there's a lot of bad Shadow Priest. So I think Shadow will be good. But I don't think they're going to be, like, they're not going to be doing, like, Arcane Mage damage. So that's why I'm going to give them A. I think Shadow will be fine, though. They're going to be good. This Rogue spec can also go D. Because it's a Rogue. That's where I'm going to put it. It has big pumps at CDs and does big damage. For Shadow, yeah. That's why I'm going to put it at A. Exactly. And, like, I think with a lot of tanks in the beginning, tanks are going to be pulling really small because they're going to be scared. Unless you know who the tank is. So if you're pugging, I don't think Shadow will be as strong. Kate. Survival Hunter, I'm pretty sure is going to be an A tier. I think Survival is going to be pumping. That is my prediction. I think they're looking very strong, as they should. It's feeling way better than it did DF Season 1. I'm pretty sure, too. Yeah, I think Survival is going to be the year of the spear. I think they're going to do really well. Straight D. What? If it's too straight, though, it might hurt, Lazy. How are you doing, though? Good to see you. Okay, Unholy. Originally, I was going to put her as an A. I don't know if I'll put... Like, she might be an S. But I think she's going to be an A. I think Unholy is going to do, like, decent. I think you can change either spec and you'll play fine. Like, I don't think they're, like, in the bottom. I'm going to put them as A. Because Daniel says, too, Unholy does really strong AoE damage. I can say that the meta is shaping up to be Unholy DK, but that's not what we're talking about. Ooh, you can say that now we're on Unholy. Like, I'm putting Unholy as A. Like, I don't think Unholy is weak by any means. And if Frost does get a big nerf, I can see them being, like, interchanged. I think about any class except the ones I mean, that's fair. Judging you. Oh, Beatrice, you're playing Unholy? D. Beatrice, even if Unholy was the best it's ever been, it'll still be D if you're playing it. That's more like it. Well, I was about Mythic Plus. Unholy is around all the in all the keys on beta, like all of them. But I think it's raid, it's mid. I fear. Yeah, I think they'll do good in AOE situations. That's why I'm giving them A for now. Windwalk. A. I think if you get a really strong Windwalk, you're going to be blasting. Hi, Fairlina. How are you doing? If you're an average player, you'll be a B in Windwalk. But I think if you're like, you know the spec, I think you'll do well. Someone say is a B. Yeah, that's why I was looking at both of them. Like, A and B are pretty interchangeable, I want to say. And like, I think it's like A and B, and then C and D, and then S is just light years ahead. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, I'm an average B when... Yo, we love that, Dennis. I'm here for it. That's where I'm going to put it. I'm also... Okay, we have Og. I don't want to put Og as S tier. I know. I don't want to, though. Because I don't want Devastation to get overlooked, but I feel like it's going to be an S tier. I know. Like, I think in keys and high keys, like, especially paired with these, Og is going to be really strong. In raid, maybe they'll be more of an A. Be biased is your list. I'm going to put it A then. I'm going to put it A because I feel like people are going to see Dragon, and like there was that when AUG first came out, if you were playing Devastation, everybody told you switch to AUG, switch to AUG, switch to AUG. And I feel like Dev players are strong. Like, I play with a Dev player, and they fucking blast, bitch. In the high-end keys, if damage is limiting factor, AUG will be trash. If surviving is limiting factor, AUG will be S. Then I'm going to keep her at A. I think that's a safe bet. Yeah, but I don't want those players to feel like they don't exist. Because like, I will still run with, like, I run with everybody anyways, but I'm going to put them on the same level. That's what I'm going to do. Dev Pumps with AUG just gives what you need if you can't live without one. Yeah. I'm leaving it at A. I'm taking, it's my list. I can be biased. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that was the last spec. Well, this is my tier list. I don't know if you all agree. Well, I know a lot of you don't fucking agree with any of my tier lists, but I think that this looks pretty cute. I do think there's a pretty big step, though, from, like, B, A, and S versus the C's and the D's. I think the C's and the D's deserve a little bit of love. A little bit of love and compassion. You know what I mean? I just feel like we're at that point, at that stage, basically. Blizzard, look, they're just friends. They just want friend things, Blizzard. Please.